Hi, so this is Graham here, and I'm going to do an introductory video giving my thoughts on this new gas blowback pistol. So this gas blowback pistol is released as the model F17. It's released by a company called Asia Electric G, but as we all know, the OEM manufacturer is actually WE or WE, however you prefer to pronounce it. So this is a replica of the, if we can get the camera to focus, the SIG M17 pistol, which is the new US military service pistol, replacing the Beretta M9. So this particular gas blowback pistol was released in Hong Kong just a few days ago. I purchased mine from the good people at GBB Airsoft, which is an online store. Very good service, very good communications, very happy with them. So this pistol is available in either this tan finish or a black finish. KY Airsoft are selling this version, which actually has these CNC slide markings. If you can see, it says SIG M17. Yeah, the camera's finally decided to focus here. And then you have manufacturer's number and a part number. And I've looked this up online, and this is actually accurate to the real US military M17 markings. It's not accurate to the civilian P320 M17 that SIG released for the civilian US market, which I think does say P320 here and then M17 here and some other different markings, but it is accurate to the military version. So this is the second version released by Asia Electric G. Around a month or so ago, they released what they call the F18, which is similar to the carry size for the SIG P320, which is basically a full-size, full-length grip frame, but with a shorter slide and barrel. I think it's 3.8 or 3.9 inches. I can't remember exactly. I need to look it up, compared to a 4.7-inch barrel, at least on the real steel full-size gun. So this is, I guess, kind of similar to the, as I said, the SIG carry P320, or the US military, what they call the M18. Not exactly, it has the safety of the M18, but it lacks the removable plate for mounting a mini red dot sight. Anyway, we're not here to talk about this one. Titanium Cat already did a very good video on YouTube on this one. So, one thing though, we will just bring back the shorter one. If you notice, the slide finish is quite different. The slide finish seems to be more of a kind of metallic, bronzy color on the shorter, on the F18, whereas on the F17 or M17, it's more of a coyote brown type finish. Okay, so talking about this pistol, it comes with one long magazine. The magazine, you can see, is marked with the real steel round counts, which is 5, 10, 15, and 21 rounds. Interestingly, this magazine only holds 26mm BBs, so it's actually lower capacity than the real steel magazine by one round. The shorter magazine, or standard length magazine I should say, which comes with the carry version, the F17, also holds 20 rounds. Although I think from looking at the user manual, which I'll just bring up now, sorry, that's for the older one, here's for the newer one, I'm pretty sure that the gas reservoir on this, yes, will be a bit larger. So on this extended magazine, you will have a larger gas reservoir. Okay, so when Titanium Cat did his video, he did have some concerns about the magazine feed lips, specifically this side. You can see it is quite thin. He was worried if you drop this, because it's so thin, it might easily get deformed or break. It does appear to be a quite strong, tough plastic, maybe nylon reinforced polymer, I'm not sure. But anyway, at least here in Hong Kong, it should be very easy to get spares from the Armed Forces shop. I've had 3 of these shorter magazines for a month, no leaks at all. This long one, obviously, I've only had for a few days. So, talking about the pistol. So we'll look at the frame first. So the frame is a very nice, very rigid, durable feeling polymer. As you can see here, it's very thick. This is different to some other airsoft guns I've come across, an example being the VFC HK45 CT, which has really thin polymer on the gun that you can actually squeeze it and squeeze the frame together, which is not good. This is very durable and rigid. Feels great in the hand. I have medium-sized hands. This is a medium-sized grip. As you can see, there is an M marking there. Now on the real steel P320, and also for the military M17, SIG makes a variety of different grips. Now the good thing about this gun, the real steel and the airsoft, it has a removable internal chassis, which on the real steel is the serialized number part, which counts as the firearm. And you have different size, different width frames to accommodate different size hands, medium, small, large. You also have different lengths. You have this full size length, you have a compact version, I think you have a subcompact version, and then there are the X series carry frames, which differ a bit in the shaping of the grip, and some of them have a magwell. So I hope either WE or some of the aftermarket manufacturers come out with some aftermarket frames. Now markings on the frame are minimal. You have Newington NH USA here, which is I think the address of the SIG factory in the USA. This cutout here is where you would normally have the serial number. You can see part of the internal metal chassis through here, and that's the only markings on the frame. Originally in, I think, some early videos posted by CRW of the prototype WE guns when they were in discussion with SIG Sauer to produce the officially licensed M17, there were SIG markings here. Obviously they're no longer present now. You do have a very nice, if you can see this, quite a nice stippling effect on the side, the back strap. Difficult to get this camera to focus, and on the front strap, and some horizontal serrations on the trigger guard. Not too aggressive, but not slippery and shiny like some of the Marui ABS frames. This does give you good purchase. The gun's not going to slide around if your hands are sweaty. This cutout here for the thumb is great, so you can really lock this gun into your hand nicely, whatever sort of grip you prefer. I'm kind of going for this cupping grip recently, but feels really great in the hand, very natural, very pointable. Just great feeling frame. So controls. So we have our takedown lever here. So the way you activate this is lock the slide to the rear and just rotate it down, thus. And one feature I really like is this semicircular cutout or track that this takedown lever rides on. It just makes it so smooth. Something about that, I just really like it. So this is single-sided only. Slide stop here is ambidextrous. So you have on this side and this side. Safety also ambidextrous, this side and this side. Now the safety, very positive. You've got nice audible and tactile click there. Up, down, up, down. And the safety, thumb safety, I will say, is very nice feeling, very naturally placed like a 1911. And it's, like I said, very positive click. It's not mushy. It's not going to accidentally slip on or off unless you activate it. And whichever way you like to shoot, I like to often shoot high thumb like that, very comfortable, or you want to shoot low thumb down here, doesn't get in the way. And when you draw, bring your gun up, you can just naturally flick that down. So you would think, with the slide stop being placed so close to the thumb safety, it might get in the way, but no, it's still very easy, whether you're a lefty or righty, even with the thumb safety here, to use the slide stop. Now you notice when I use the slide stop, I'd never like to drop the slide. I always like to push the slide back and let it ride forward. And the reason for this is I don't like to wear the slide stop notch in the slide. Now some guns, some of the newer Marui guns, and also the aftermarket detonator slides, they have an internal steel reinforcing piece to prevent wear on the slide stop notch. This one, the WE one, doesn't. The slide is whatever, zinc pot metal, so it will wear eventually, so that's why I prefer to slingshot my slide rather than releasing it. Okay, magazine release, single-sided. I think It should be reversible. I haven't tried it yet, so just show you the manual there. All right, so we're going to stop here, and then we'll continue in part 2 of this video.